What if New Zealand Rugby has made the biggest coaching gamble in modern New Zealand rugby history? Not because Dave Rennie isn't a top coach, far from it, but because the All Blacks are not just another team. They are the standard of world rugby. And in New Zealand, you're not judged by whether you win, but by how you win. This is why Dave Rennie stepping into the role changes everything. The countdown towards the 2027 Rugby World Cup is coming, and the All Blacks are running out of time. And that's the question everyone is asking. Is Dave Rennie the man to bring the World Cup back to New Zealand? Or will this appointment be remembered as one of New Zealand's biggest risks ever? The debate has already begun, and by the end of this journey, we'll have our answer. To understand why this appointment matters so much, you first have to understand who Dave Rennie really is. Rennie's rise into rugby wasn't built on hype, it was built on results. Before international rugby, his biggest breakthrough came with the Chiefs. At the time, the Chiefs weren't a powerhouse. They had talent, but they lacked consistency, belief and identity. That changed the moment Rennie arrived. In 2012, he led the Chiefs to their first ever Super Rugby title. Then in 2013, they did it again. Back-to-back champions. That's when the rugby world took notice. This wasn't luck, this was a system. Rennie created structure, but gave players freedom. His teams attacked hard, defended aggressively, and most importantly, they believed in what they were doing. That belief became the edge. His culture created champions, and many of the players developed under Rennie would go on to wear the All Blacks jersey. That is one of the biggest reasons New Zealand Rugby backed him now, because he knows how to build winners. But his success didn't stop there. Rennie took a completely different challenge when they moved to Europe to coach the Glasgow Warriors. European rugby is very different from Super Rugby. It's slower, more tactical, more structured around territory. Many coaches struggle with that transition, but Rennie didn't. He adapted quickly, and that adaptability is one of the biggest reasons he stands out. Great coaches don't just win one system. They find ways to win in any environment. Rennie proved that. His ability to evolve while maintaining his core coaching identity made him even more valuable. Then came international rugby. In 2020, Rennie stepped into one of the toughest jobs in the sport, taking over the Wallabies rugby union team. Australian rugby was under pressure. Results were inconsistent, confidence was low, and rebuilding a national side is never easy. Rennie introduced younger players, rebuilt combinations, and tried to restore belief in the squad. But coaching Australia also gave him something really valuable: regular battles against the All Blacks. From the other side of the rivalry, Rennie saw what made New Zealand rugby so dangerous. He saw their strengths, their systems, and where international rugby was evolving. That experience matters now because the game has changed. The All Blacks of 2011 and 2015 dominated world rugby, but the world has caught up. South African National Rugby Union teams are bigger, more physical than ever. Ireland National Rugby Union team have become one of the most structured teams in world rugby. France have built incredible depth and power. England are always dangerous. The gap is closed. That's the reality. New Zealand is no longer miles ahead. The margins are smaller now. Mistakes cost more, and dominance is harder to maintain. That's the challenge Rennie walks into. Because Dave Rennie's mission isn't just about win games. It's to rebuild dominance, and that's much harder. Winning one rugby championship won't define success. Winning test matches won't define success. The goal is clear: bring back the World Cup. And to do that, Rennie must solve the biggest challenge in modern rugby: balance. The All Blacks have always been known for attacking rugby: skill, speed and freedom. That's what fans expect. But modern test rugby demands discipline, territory, set piece, accuracy and elite defence. Rennie has to find the balance between traditional All Blacks instinct and modern rugby precision. If he gets that balance right, New Zealand becomes incredibly dangerous again. But if he gets it wrong, the criticism will be relentless. And that's what makes this so fascinating. Dave Rennie has coached under pressure before, but never like this. Not Chiefs pressure, not Glasgow pressure, not Wallabies pressure. This is the All Blacks pressure. Every selection will be debated. Every loss will be magnified. Every performance will be compared to the great All Blacks teams of the past. That's the standard. And now it's Rennie's standard to uphold. It starts with selection. The road to 2027 begins now. New players are emerging. Young stars are coming through. Experienced leaders are entering the final stages of their careers. Rennie's decision won't just shape them. They will shape the future of New Zealand rugby. Who stays, who goes, who becomes the next leader of this team? Those decisions matter because the World Cups are not won overnight. They are built over years. Combinations matter, trust matters, depth matters, and Rennie understands that better than most. The next 2 seasons will define everything. By 2027, there will be no excuses. The squad will be his. The systems will be his. The results will be his. And that's where the debate gets interesting. Is Dave Rennie the right man for this era? Some fans say absolutely. They point to his chief success, his player development, his adaptability, and his leadership. And that argument is strong. But others aren't convinced, because coaching successful clubs' teams does not always translate to World Cup success. International rugby is different. World Cups are different. Pressure changes everything. And in New Zealand rugby, nobody remembers second place. Nobody celebrates semi-final exits. Nobody praises good progress. They remember trophies. That's the standard. And for Dave Rennie, that standard is waiting. The tools are there. New Zealand still produces world-class talent. The systems remain strong. The jersey still carries fear. But talent alone doesn't win World Cups. Leadership does. Culture does. Execution does. And Rennie's entire coaching career has been built on those 3 things. That's why this could work. That's why this could be brilliant. But it's also why the pressure is enormous. Because if the All Blacks win the 2027 World Cup, Dave Rennie becomes the coach who brought home the World Cup. The coach who rebuilt their empire. The coach who proved everyone wrong. But if they fall short, the questions will come fast. Was he the right choice? Did New Zealand rugby evolve quickly enough? Did they miss their moment? That's how ruthless All Blacks rugby is. Dave Rennie knows exactly what he signed up for. This isn't just another coaching role. This is legacy. This is pressure. This is expectation. And this is the biggest opportunity of his career. The road to the 2027 has already begun. Every test match matters. Every squad selection matters. Every tactical adjustment matters. Because the mission is clear. Bring home the World Cup back to New Zealand. And if Rennie can do that, this era could become one of the most important chapters in the All Blacks history. But that's the question. Can he actually deliver? Can Dave Rennie build a team strong enough, smart enough, and ruthless enough to win the 2027 Rugby World Cup? Or is this a gamble that won't pay off? That's the debate. And now it's your turn. Is Dave Rennie the right man to lead the All Blacks to the 2027 World Cup? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Ever wanted to create your own rugby highlights channel just like this one? With my course, the YouTube Creator Toolkit, I show you exactly how I do it. From the tools I use to the templates I built. You get everything. Just copy, paste, and start creating. Learn how to grow your channel, keep viewers hooked, and turn views into income. Click the link in the description below to learn more and start your channel today. Now back to the video. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more rugby stories, analysts, and All Blacks content just like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace!